They're trying to set up the Roman government, the one world order. That's what they're trying to do. But something is going on in prophecy now that our people have awakened. And it's in Isaiah the 19th chapter. Document this. This is real time. And we were talking about the wilderness and how the Most High would awaken his people and tell them to flee out of the land of the north, knowing that if you're in one of these constructed cities that are built, they will find you when it's time. But how does this tie into Egypt? Let me show you. Let's go to Isaiah 19. Everyone follow us, because this is key, prophetic, real time, what is going on in this earth right now. Isaiah 19:1, read.
The burden of Egypt, behold, the Most High rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt.
Read.
And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. Now some people might ask, well, what is this talking about? The spiritual Egypt or the physical Egypt? Both. Both. But it will go into land masses in specific prophecy in Isaiah 19, in which you can differentiate when it's speaking of spiritual Egypt and modern Egypt. Read.
The idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians.
Arab Spring, Egyptians against the Egyptians. Setting it up because, first of all, you had a Muslim faction and a so-called organic democracy faction. Read.
And they shall fight everyone against his brother.
And people are going to be fighting against each other. Read.
And every one against his neighbor. City against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Kingdom against kingdom. Didn't Christ say nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom? So you must look directly to Egypt for this prophecy. Listen to what this is saying here. Read.
And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols.
They will go to their mosques and start looking into their idols. Read.
And to the charmers.
And to the charmers. They deal with witchcraft on a high level there. Read.
And to them that have familiar spirits.
Those that deal with the dead and speak to the dead. Read.
And to wizards.
And to wizards. They got high top wizards over there. One of their top wizards died not too long ago, over a year ago, who was the so-called Pope of the Greek Orthodox Church in Egypt. So their top wizards are being taken down now. Finish reading.
Verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord.
Hold up. He will give over to the hand of a cruel Lord. So now someone will be set up worse than the last guy. Read.
And a fierce king shall rule over them.
And a fierce king shall rule over them. So it's going to get harder in the land of Egypt, based on the new rules under the New World Order that they have set up over Egypt. Read.
Saith the Most High, the Lord of hosts.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up.
So now, and we have seen this for a long time. The Nile have been drying up. And the waters have become bitter. We've told brothers, and brothers know about it, that have been frequent in different areas, to have a stockpile of their own water in case something go wrong, and to have technology, natural technology, to clean our water when it's time. Read.
Verse 6. And they shall turn to the rivers for away, and the brooks of the fence shall be emptied and dried up, and the reeds and flags shall wither.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. And the paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away, and be no more.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. And the fishers also shall mourn.
The fishers also shall mourn. Go ahead.
And all they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament. and they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish.
So the waters will become bitter, and the catch for fish and to live off the sea scarce. Read.
Verse 9. Moreover, they that work in fine flax, and they that weave networks, shall be confounded.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. And they shall be broken in the purposes thereof, all that make sluices and ponds for fish. Verse 11. Surely the princes of Zoan are fools.
These are the actual places of Egypt. Surely the princes of Zon are fools. Zon is where some of the top sorcerers are and were in ancient Egypt during the time of Moses and afterwards. Some of the wizards that were doing their science against Moses' miracles was from Zon in different areas. This is where they culture their wizards. It's telling you their science, which is their medical. You think it's medical, but it's really magic. Their pharmaceuticals is magic. And it's telling you their science and their medical field are fools. It's pharmacy. It's magic. They're fools. It's not going to save them in this time. Read.
The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish.
How they become brutish? Now you got the government looking to fight against their own people, becoming brutish. Read.
How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings? Verse 12. Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know that the Most High Ahiah of hosts have purposed upon Egypt.
This is what the Most High, the God of Israel, had prepared for Egypt. This is beyond your New World Order. This is beyond what the Western world is trying to do. This is beyond what Hillary Clinton is trying to set up. This is what the Most High purposed for that land. Read.
Verse 13. The princes of Zoan are become fools, and the princes of Naph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt. Even they are the stay of the tribes thereof.
Even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof, of Egypt. Read.
Verse 14. The Most High Ahiah hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof.
So you got a perverse spirit amongst the Egyptians that's going to lie to them and have them destroy each other. Read.
And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
So you have no spiritual counsel for that country. Everything they try will go backward in government. Read.
Verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt.
Soon there will be no work. So some people might ask, well, what's going to happen to our people that are there? The Bible covers that too. Read.
Which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Verse 16. And that day shall Egypt be like unto woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Most High Ahiah of hosts, which he shaketh over it.
And what shall happen?
In the land of Egypt.
In the land of 17. Read that again.
Verse 17. In the land of Judah.
In the land of Judah. Judah is the black man. That's the Negro. Read.
Shall be a terror unto Egypt.
Shall be a what?
Shall be a terror unto Egypt.
Those of God's people are going to come together and pray together. And the Most High is going to put a spirit on the children of Israel who is in that land. Read.
Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Most High Ahiah of hosts, which he hath determined against it.
Because the Most High have determined it. Read.
Verse 18. And that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan.
The language of what?
Canaan.
The language of Canaan, and I just looked this up today, is ancient Phoenician Hebrew. Ancient Phoenician Hebrew. If you don't believe me, Google language of ancient Canaan. That's the language the Most High allow us to teach. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan. Ancient Phoenician Hebrew. Read.
and swear to the Lord of hosts.
And will only pray to the Lord of hosts. So while all that confusion is going on and all these other people are confused in their gods, you got a people who are going to be speaking the language of ancient Phoenician Canaan, calling on the name of the Most High in his ancient language. And the Most High is going to hear it. This is our power that's going to save us through this. Read.
One shall be called the city of destruction.
And one shall be called the city of destruction. The Most High is going to lay his spirit upon us. For those that are trying to do right and operate right in spirit under Christ and come together under Christ. His spirit, we're being planted in certain areas for a purpose greater than we know. For a time to come, and the powers understands this. Read.
Verse 19. And that day there shall be an altar to the Most High in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Most High.
Now, how can that be established if God's people are not there? Read.
Verse 20. And it shall be a sign and for a witness unto the Most High of hosts in the land of Egypt.
Read.
For they shall cry unto the Most High because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a Savior, and a great one, and he shall deliver them. And
see that? Christ is going to deliver us from those areas. Listen to what it's saying here.
Verse 21. And the Most High shall be known to Egypt, and the Egyptians shall know in the Most High that day.
And a lot of Egyptians are going to put down that religion. A lot of those people over there are going to follow the God of the Hebrews. See, and that's why they're trying to put in starch Sharia law to try to bring people back to the old magic. It's not going to work, though. It's not going to work. It's too late now. Our people have awakened. That's why they're doing this Arab thing and this tripping up all other countries, taking out liberal dictators or liberal presidents and putting in starch fierce pharaohs so that they can force their magic and religion on the people. It's not going to work.